Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. How's everybody here doing today?
All right.
Good. It's supposed to be a little more chilly around everywhere. I know tonight it's supposed to be, I don't know, around the 30s, so it's supposed to be pretty chilly. For today, I was thinking of like what we're gonna be talking about tonight was like winter prep and everything. So, I wanted to start out. We can start off with Bruce. What's your goal for winter prep and everything?
Well, I just want to make. Can you guys hear me? Okay, does it sound okay?
Yeah,
sounds very good.
You sound good.
Just want to pretty much make sure that we have plenty of weight on the bees, and that's pretty much it. That's mostly what I do, and I'm still kind of working on mites. I treated with some oxalic acid vapor the last, my pollination bees, and that's about it. It's too late to do a whole lot else with them, and I'm not going to be getting in them much. I'll get them in a little bit in the next few months, but not near as much as I do in the spring and summer, obviously. So
here we're just feeding, going along with it. Make sure they have enough weight on the colonies. Look who we have.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Wow.
Hey Greg, what's up, man? What are you up to, Greg? Where are you at? You at home? Did he freeze up on us?
He'll probably come back in a second.
Yeah, I think Greg froze up on us there.
Let's see, we got some good people on today. We got
Lisa. There he is. You there, Greg? We froze up on us for a minute.
Sorry about that, fellas. How you guys doing?
Good. Doing good right now. Talking about winter prep and everything.
Well, Grayson, thanks for inviting us on here to talk about bees.
You're welcome. I was hoping that everybody was going to be able to hop on for a little bit, and I'm very thankful and everything. So I just want to say it, everybody. Thank you.
Sure, yeah, you betcha. What are you guys up to tonight?
Not much. Anything. We're just we're gonna start talking about some winter prep and mite control. Right now, I'll just go ahead and do what I'm doing right now. Basically feeding throughout the winter. Make sure they have enough weight, like Bruce was saying, and I'm done treating for mites right now. I was treating with Abavar. Already removed the strips a week ago. So I'm done with the treating mites and just working on feeding. And that's about it for my overwintering strategy for the time being. Because, we're in the south, so it doesn't get too terribly cold, So we don't really have to go into the wrapping situation or anything. How's it going for you, Brian?
Well, I think everything in my apiary is about wrapped up. So definitely. I just pulled my strips off. I got my Hive Alive fondant on them all. I got insulated inner covers on a couple of the colonies. I got Vivaldi boards on others. The Vivaldi board, if you're not familiar with that, it looks basically, it's just like an inner cover that has a little shim and there's ventilation. So I can, put the fondant in there, and then I put burlap in there, just is a little bit of a barrier. But everything, I mean, they're pretty much wrapped up, got entrance reducers on them. It's
pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Make sure they have enough, food, like extra food on them. Just wait till spring.
I've only got one colony that I'm a little bit concerned with, that they're not at the weight that I would have liked them. I had feed on them. They weren't taking it like the others, but they just, I don't know. So we'll see. I mean, I've got the fondant on them, so if it helps them out, if they make it, if they don't, all the other ones are pretty solid. I mean, they're well over 100 pounds. So I lift, they're double deeps on all my colonies but one, and I lift the top deep, and it's like you're, so
it's good to, whenever you lift it up, you have to put a crack in your back to, let you know that it's, winter.
They let me know my age.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
How's it going over there, Greg?
It's going good. I'm Brian. What am I? About 2 hours south of you.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere thereabouts.
Yeah.
We kind of just do things different, not to be different, but we aren't quite tucked away yet. We've got some liquid feed, some Pro Sweet on some colonies. We're getting ready to transition that over to feeding shims with Hive Alive fondant on all of our colonies. I think some folks like to call that emergency feeding. I don't want to argue with them, but I kind of consider that insurance feeding, especially this time of year. We'll get that on there just to ensure they've got what they need. And if they choose to go to the top of the colony to work up that insurance feeding, they can kind of hold the honey kind of as a reserve. So that's one thing that we're doing. And we're overwintering everything from some 5-frame medium colonies all the way up to 10-frame doubles. There might even be a triple or two that we never got around to kind of busting down into something smaller. So we're almost there. We don't like to put them away until I like to have them done by the first week of gun season for deer. So that's the first week after Thanksgiving, and then they're pretty much tucked away, but we'll still check in and actually give them Pro Sweet throughout the year, even up here in the winter when we have temperatures that are above 50. We kind of just give them some carbohydrates throughout the day and then turn our buckets the other way. So we kind of do things a little different, but it works, and for what we're doing, seems to be a good fit. So
that's right. Grayson, did you do a mite wash to check if the Apivar worked? I have not. I haven't got around to that part, and now it's really too cold to go in there and open up and try to do any mite washes. So probably not going to do any mite washes this year. Maybe next year I might do some. But that's because I was gonna I was thinking about doing it, but it got too cold. I didn't get around to doing it, so it's too cold. So I might aim for next year to try to do that. Let's see.
Yeah, it's way too cold in my neck of the woods.
That's right.
You doing that?
It's supposed to be chilly all week, and next weekend for everybody it's supposed to be different temperatures, but for us, it's supposed to be 28 or 29 for the lows. So it's gonna be I was in the low 50s, and Sunny Girls were out flying. They're gonna start flying around that temperature. That's another thing I wanted to talk about the what you're saying, Greg, about the winter feed and everything. Whenever you're gonna go into winter, especially if you're in the south where me and Brees are, you're gonna have fluctuating wavy temperatures. So then whenever the bees go out to fly in 50, 60 degree weather, then it's gonna go back down to 40. They're gonna, that day when it was warm, they're gonna eat whenever they fly. Then whenever they get back, they're not gonna have anything, and they're gonna starve. So I like to, get something else in there just in case if they run out of honey, they'll have something to go up into, and eat, and maybe put in, feed them all winter long, so maybe they don't have to even touch the honey.
Yeah, it sounds like a good solid strategy just to make sure they've got what they need. As Grayson, as you have figured out, the beekeeping world of education and sharing knowledge can be it can be contradictive, it can be controversial. A lot of folks are very tied to their beliefs. They're very connected to the methods that they choose to do it, and then sometimes they're not able to entertain different ideas or even accept the fact that maybe sometimes what they're doing isn't the only way and maybe isn't even working for them. But I know a lot of us have all been in a situation where we did all the things that we thought we should do. And then it took us several revolutions of that before we realized, hey, this isn't working necessarily like everyone says it does. Maybe I don't need to put all the wraps on. Maybe I don't need all the insulation. Maybe I don't need this and this and then this, and then focus on the things that we actually need to do that we then see results every year. And the fun thing about beekeeping, that's going to be different, I think, for everybody. But it's a big learning curve, isn't it?
You're gonna learn a lot because everybody has different opinions, different strategies that they're gonna follow. So you just gotta figure out what really works best for you and where you live and all those things.
That's it. Greg, with this cold weather, not to have a squirrel moment or anything, but it just popped in my head. You know what time of year it is now?
I don't know if I do, Brian. I'm so tangled up right now. What you tell me, Brian? What time of year is it right now?
The time of year that we're going to get texts from somebody that's sitting here showing us how sunny it is, and saying it's only 72 guys. I might it's a little chilly.
We're going to get texts and say, guys, should I wear flip-flops or should I wear my Crocs? I'm not sure if my toes can handle the 74 degrees or not today while I'm grilling dinner out on the back porch. Yeah. I know. Grayson, Bruce has a bad habit of just really rubbing it in our face when it's just 75 degrees in Alabama, and up here in Ohio we got ice on the ground. It might be 5 degrees. He just wants to let us know, just where we're at in this thing.
Yep.
Steve said, I just made sure they had an extra insulation on top and extra food in the form of sugar bricks with Apis biologics in them.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, this year.
Sounds good. He's up in, I think DC is over in Vancouver, Washington, or something like that. Vancouver or Spokane. I think Vancouver, Washington. So it's kind of, I think it's more on the western side of the state, kind of rainy. I got a lot of family out in Washington, so
it's right across the river from Portland.
Yeah, it does get cold there, but it's not like Eastern Washington where it's just almost like Wyoming, Idaho type temperatures. So it says Vancouver, Washington there.
Thank you.
I work in Vancouver, Washington.
I wonder what you guys think. We all have different approaches on what size configuration that we go into the winter, what we do as far as supplemental feed or certain supplements that we want to try to see a yield off of the bees from. I think maybe a lot of that has to do with the context and our goals of what we're actually doing with our bees. Grayson, I appreciate seeing your comments there on the YouTube channel. I wonder maybe you could let us all in on what are your goals in the bee yard and how does that affect what you're doing to overwinter them?
Well, my big goal is next year. I'm hoping I've been scouting, planning along a little bit, planning to expand a little bit next year. Maybe split some of my colonies. Maybe try some queen rearing next year if I can get around to it. And then I need to right now. But whenever it starts getting warmer, I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna go back out there and check their food. Throughout this whole year, I'm going to be trying to clean up my BR, trying to, get it, ready for next year. I've already started a little bit on getting my old equipment, like my old sweepers that were, dirty. I went ahead and, cleaned them out, planning, my goal, my big really goal for next year is really like, expanding, because, right now I'm at like 6 colonies. One of the colonies I have, I'm, a little worried about because it's like a little more smaller. It doesn't have enough, bees on board. So I don't know if it will get through winter or not. I'm just going to have to, document it and, look at it and see how, it's going to go. And then, next year I'm thinking around, I'm going to get 5 or 4 colonies out of winter. I'm guessing, most of them most of all my colonies have a good, have enough bees on board. One of them, like the one I was talking to you about, is a little less. They don't have enough population in them. For me, they might get through it. Next year they might be, real good, a good colony. But, if they don't have enough bees, they're not going to be able to produce, as much heat as they would as, I'm just guessing there's at least, 5,000, 10,000 bees in it, even less. It's just by the looks of it, I just don't really know. But I'm going to have to. And I got another one that has a lot of honey on board. Like it has like a full deep of honey, but it doesn't have enough bees on board to, sustain all of those boxes. It's like it has enough bees for one deep. And I haven't been, I was going to try to go out there and, get them into just one deep and put some of the honey frame. So, get them isolated in just one deep. I haven't got around to that. And now that, it's cold.
A little late now, huh?
Too late now. So
yeah,
gonna have to, they have enough honey. I think, if they want to, they can go up into the deep box. I think they probably have enough honey on board for the whole thing, but I do have some, feed on there for them. So that's my, my big goal, expanding. If I had to narrow it down to just, 2 goals, I'd say expand and maybe, make some nukes or queen rearing, something like that. Is, goal. I got a lot of goals for next year.
That's good. You got to know where you want to go.
That's right.
In the future. That's how you can kind of determine what it is that you're going to do right now and going through the winter time there. So that's good.
Thank you. I'm trying to, I'm still going to, learn more about the queen rearing because, I've never queen reared before. So I thought it'd be good to learn for next year. So, I'll be doing studies on that, kind of, looking around.
Can I give you a little secret? Can I share with you a little secret? Oh, go ahead, Brian. I'll save my secret for later.
I found queen rearing for me is exceptionally easy. I get on the phone and I call this one down there and I'm like, Greg, I need a queen.
Well, I tell you, Grayson, I've got a dirty little secret about rearing queens that not a lot of people think about. And it's one way that you can guarantee to have a super high successful queen rearing adventures and not be risking a lot to do it. A lot of folks, as they get started, and you definitely should at some point, consider maybe getting into grafting and things like that. But one of the most overlooked methods on queen rearing is to take a second year colony that comes out of the winter, and that whole entire colony is coming out of the spring, and she is just going like gangbusters. It's going to take everything you have to do it this way, because you're going to want to protect them and make sure that they don't swarm. But if you can take that colony and crowd that box out and get them to start making those swarm cells and let the bees do all of that work right inside of the hive, and then go to town and start cutting those queen cells out, and then start making methodical, risk calculated splits and say, okay, I've got this many colonies. I'm okay with losing, let's say 25%. Take 25% of your colonies, make all those splits, drop all those queen cells in there, and you will be surprised on what that'll actually do for you. There is no greater queen than in my opinion, than the queen that comes right there from your stock, right there in your yard, from bees that are eating on the forage in your area. They're all a part of that biome and that local synergy. That's an absolute awesome way, because now you're not focusing. If you start queen grafting from the very beginning, you have to really start to dial in, okay, how do I feed a cell builder? How do I configure a cell builder? How do I get them from the cell starter to the cell builder to the cell finisher, and all these little steps? But if you let the bees do all the work first, and get it to where they have capped cells for you to work with. Now, all you have to do is start to dial in the timing of the queens hatching, getting mated, and then coming back. And then once you start to get a really good grip on that timeline, now start thinking about going in and grafting from all those queens that you see year after year that are producing good results. What a lot of folks do is they'll want to get into queen rearing right away, and they'll want to start grafting, and they'll want to start doing everything because they see everybody doing all that. But there are so many little time nuances that can be really frustrating, and a lot of folks quit. They quit before they even get started because there are so many opportunities for the cells to dry out, or there was the wrong age larva, or the cell builder wasn't strong enough, or a virgin queen flies in and cuts down 45 cells. So maybe just think about crowding a colony out, letting them make the cells, cut out the cells, and then make the splits, and you will have some success, and that'll give you the motivation just to keep on going. So give that a try next time.
I will, definitely. That's the thing, many beekeepers, whenever they try it and, they think it's too hard, give up. So, that's the way I've been trying to do, keep on going at it, not with just, bees, I'm going to keep on going with my bees, but also, how I kept on going with my channel, even though, because whenever, I kept on uploading videos when I was at 20 subscribers, then I, went up and, I just found that real, it's good at, stuck with it. And, I came to where I am right now.
That's great.
Grace and Richardson, I don't recall how long have you been keeping bees now? Since probably about 2018, 2017, something like that. I'm guessing DC. That's when whenever I really started beekeeping, 2018. We did stop for 1 year, so that's minus 1 year. So basically, for 4 years, basically, whenever we stopped because our bee seats got torn up. We just gave up for a year. Then we really got back into it. Our 2 colonies still were alive. We got back into it, bought our more bee suits, our smokers, and different all our gear that we needed. And then kept on going. This is where I am. So I found it real interesting.
So Grayson, next year you want to expand some.
That's right.
Where in your beekeeping do you want to always stay like a hobbyist, or do you eventually want to get to where those two down below us are at?
I'm kind of my goal. I've always wanted to expand to that point, but I'm thinking I'm gonna slowly do that approach. Next year maybe I can get to 12 colonies. Next year go into winter for those 12 colonies, expand more. Make money out of my beekeeping, and then once I can make I can go up more. I want my big goal in a few years, probably 100 hives. Because that's a big achievement.
Mm-hmm.
I think, it could really it could possibly happen if I keep at it. That's where I'm hoping to expand from a hobbyist to a sideliner or something.
Mm-hmm.
The Grace, and the thing about those things is you'll hear a lot of folks say the sky's the limit. I like to challenge that thinking and say that the mind is the limit. The limitations on where you'll go is it's just all stuck in here. Once you figure out what it takes to make splits into a full-size colony, you'll start to see, man, once I get about a dozen colonies, you start to write your own ticket as far as how fast that you want to grow. And the limiting factor really only becomes finances, buying the equipment, for finding a way to source affordable equipment to start to house the bees, because you can really get a lot of bees quick if you know just those couple things. So you have to start looking at, well, how do I cash flow my operation? How do I start to bring in revenue so I can put that money back into equipment and keep growing at a rate where the bees just keep feeding the entire system? And that's, for a lot of us, I think we enjoy the business aspect and challenging ourselves to not let our, the mind is the limit, getting past the mental blocks that we have that are preventing us from getting and understanding those next steps. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you do in the future and how you grow and how you figure out what works for you.
Definitely. Me too. It's gonna be interesting. Next year, I'm I never know. Next year, I'm hoping as I said, I'm excited for next year. I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna expand to you know, I don't know if all my colonies are going to come out. I can't say all my 6 colonies are going to come out. And next year I'm going to go up to 12. I'm just going to say that I'm hoping to come out with 4, but that's also not a guarantee. You know, I might come out with 3. I might come out with 5. I might come out with 6. It's just, you never really know. So I'm, I'm just making an estimate of what I want to get out, what I want the colony to survive. Realistically, I'd think around 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Grayson, I think the same way. I mean, like this year now, I have 11 going into the winter, and I just expect to lose a couple. I just always do.
There's always, there's a time you're going to lose some.
If I have a terrific winter and I only lose 1, or, maybe I don't lose any, then, hooray. But, I always think that, I'm going to lose a couple. Just, I don't want to set myself up and, then be all bummed out. So, because it's happened to me. You'll lose colonies, and you just,
That's right.
hone in your beekeeping, for your area, and you'll have bees.
That's right.
So yeah, you'll be able to get bees. Look at that, Lee Brian 24. No.
Is that Brian for president 24? Or is that Brian 24 hives?
Either one's fine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You all are nuts. I wish I could handle that many, but I just.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
You could, but if you don't want, it is a lot of work. So there's no reason to do more than what you want to do.
Starts becoming less fun when it becomes more work. A lot of the times you just have to. I like when Brian comes out because he says nope with a capital N. Don't, not today. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Every single time I thank Greg, and I'm like, I need to thank you because I never want to do this.
Oh, I see. Hale Hives had a comment there about taking the learning yard on the road. That would be a cool thing. Maybe we'll figure that out and do a little road tour there. It's so hard to balance out all the things there. But one thing I absolutely love, I think more than I guess I'm not too proud to admit it. I think what I love more than the bees and the beekeeping is the actual people aspect. Meeting people, hearing their stories. Spending time with them. I think I enjoy that more than the actual beekeeping kind of a thing, but that would be kind of cool.
That's right. Let's see.
Greg,
yeah, it's the relationships. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
It's the bees are fun and they're awesome. And like you say, Greg, it is the conduit to the people. But, especially in what we're doing with the stream team and these lives and just with, all the, you got the Hives for Heroes, all that kind of stuff that's going on out there. It's all really about the people.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is exactly about the bees that bring people together, but they definitely do it. They really do.
Bugs in a box. That's right.
That's right.
If anyone figures that out, let me know.
Yeah. I think that's why we're all drawn to it, because I don't think no matter what we do, like there's some folks like Bob Benny, when we talked to him, he knew from the very beginning bees were a business. And so he sets that's the way that he went. For a lot of us, we had no idea, and we're all called to it, I think, a little bit differently. And then we kind of evolve, and when we start to develop and understand all those why and the whats, and then no matter what we do, it's kind of, there's some ancient Eastern philosophy that kind of insinuates that, there's this thing going on back here, right? And we're trying to develop the relationship or understanding of all that thing, but as soon as we go to turn around and put our finger on it, it disappears. And it's always something that you can never actually achieve. You can actually never fully understand it. And I think that's with beekeeping. We are constantly trying to figure it out, trying to do better, trying to understand the bees, understand ourselves, and all of the things that are kind of wrapped up into that. Somehow it just brings us all back year after year after year. Look at this year, especially Grayson. Look at all the live chats, all the YouTube channels that have popped up. Just when people are being a conduit to each other, trying to show support, get folks their message out there, their channels out there. I mean, that's a cool thing. And it's just the bees were just a conduit to the people.
That's right. I want 20, but it has been good to manage 2 swarms to see how I do it. in my first year. That's what we kind of did for the first when we first started. We bought like a colony that was had a deep and a super already on it from a man in Florida, and they're not alive anymore. They passed on. I don't know when, a few 3 years ago or something like that, 2 years ago, they passed on. But those were our first two colonies, and that's how we really got started into the beekeeping world. And then my channel, a lot of people say, when did you start your channel? And I usually say basically a year ago is when I started to upload videos on my channel. And then another question I really get asked this question a lot, about how do I come up with my channel name. And I tell most everybody that and whenever we were about to sell our first honey, our mom came up with the name Wild Woods because our apiary is in the woods. And then we added the Honeybee, and then we added the farms, and then we got all that together, and we figured that out. That's how I really came up with the channel name. I get asked this question a lot.
I'll give you a guess on how I came up with mine.
Can't really guess.
Castle is my mom's maiden name, and she is why I got started in beekeeping. So she got the flow hive that Greg now loves. And when I was trying to figure out just a name, I thought, Castle Hives. So yeah, Castle is my mother's maiden name.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Bruce, tell us about your name.
My name is real complicated. Bruce's Bees.
Look
I will tell you.
Simple,
let me tell
clean,
you.
Elegant.
I will tell you how I came up with it, though, if you want to know the real story, because I really had no idea. It's kind of an interesting, unusual way. Had a friend back when I first injured. I really didn't have a name for my. I just got bees. I didn't even think about all that. But when I injured my finger back in 2014, that's when I first started trying to figure out the YouTube thing a little bit, and I tried to start figuring out a website. Let's see how you do this right there. I got missing a finger.
Can you?
This hand's normal. I can't.
Well, yeah, I guess you could.
Anyway, but so I had a friend who's really into he's done websites. He did an online business for years, and he's a younger guy, but he talked to me a little bit about AdSense and kind of how people make money online. I didn't know anything about it, so had no clue what I was doing. But he said, and so if you set up a YouTube channel, or if you set up a website, and if you are qualified for AdSense on Google, you can start making a little bit of money. And he said, just say your name is Bruce's Bees. If your channel is Bruce's Bees, then, or if your website is called Bruce's Bees, then you could and that's how I got the name. I like that. Sounds pretty good. So I just came up with it, and then I just decided to make it all one word. It's all one word, lowercase, as far as the YouTube channel goes. And I'm starting to kind of I'm going to start turning some of my, to get some logo type stuff, get some things like that going. I'm going to start kind of going in that direction, all one word. Bruce's Bees, as opposed to having the Bruce's with apostrophe bees, which is what my honey bottles say now and everything. But I'm going to kind of start moving in that direction. It's a little unique and different because there are other Bruce's Bees out there. I've seen some pictures of other people that other people have. There's other Bruces out there that have bees, and that's what they call themselves. So I'm going to start trying to. I don't know who's the imposter, but I'm going with the one word. It works well. I think it does well. So that's kind of how I came up with it. But he said Bruce's Bees, and then I kind of ran with it from there. I thought, hey, it sounds pretty good. So who knows what the future holds? It's not. I don't have it trademarked or anything like that. But if it grows more, I may do something like that. Who knows? So
that's nice having your name on there because, I'm terrible. I'm terrible with people's names. Right? There's you have the person's name, and then you have their YouTube channel. You have the person's name and their farm, and you got to try to remember. Okay, is that Bruce's Bee? Oh,
yeah, see,
Bruce, easy, boom, done, easy.
Yeah, see, I don't know what most of the people, what they're, a lot of the people on here, I don't know what their name is. A lot of them. So,
Greg, just think if his name was like Nathan or something like that. He's like, "Hi, I'm Nathan. I have Bruce's Bees."
Oh man,
totally throw you for a loop.
I think it probably would. Yeah. stranger things have happened though. But yeah,
Right.
Exactly.
yeah.
Or Silver Diamond, like Mike Berry is.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Greg, while we're on that topic, you talked the other night, I think, on our video about how you came up with the name of your channel. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your business, your castle or Nature's Image Farm? How you came up with
Castle
that?
Hives, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So I
Tell us how you
named
came
my
up-
farm after Brian's.
Tell us how you came up with yours. 'Cause that was an interesting story. I really liked it, and your logo as well. How you came up with that?
Yeah, Brian's got a whole video on that. If you want to go down a deep dive on that, check out the Castle Hives YouTube channel. Brian stopped out and asked me a bunch of questions, and one of them was kind of what the farm name means. There's a whole thing to it, but you know, in short, we are steeped reverently in our past, in our heritage, and we like to remember where we've come from, where we're at, and that helps guide us the direction moving forward. So Nature's Image Farm is just it's our mental approach on not just bees but the farm and life in general. We try to work with nature rather than against it, and so that's where Nature's Image Farm, farming in Nature's image, kind of comes from. And just with all that, there's so many things, you know, to it, but we are steeped just so incredibly deep and respect and reverence for all those that have come before us to kind of pave the way. They're the roots of our family tree. They've helped us get to where we are, that providing the fruits of a tree. You know, it says that you'll know a tree by its fruit. So that's one thing that's important to us, is to you know, operate with and integrity and kindness, and show love to others, help folks when we can, just be the vessel that the light passes through, be the lighthouse to others. There's so much I could go on and on, but the thing is, you know, the bees, the farm, all that is just a conduit to the people, that we can do what we can while we're here on earth, just to help folks, whether it's to light up their path a little bit, just to be there for them, whatever we can do to help them. That's kind of what we're called to do. And so our entire farm is just, you know, kind of based on that. For the full deep dive, check out the Castle Hives YouTube channel, that interview, and you'll see all the pictures and all the things that kind of go along with that. Yep.
That's where I saw that. For some reason, I was thinking I've watched so many videos and done so much editing and done so much the last few days. I didn't remember exactly where I saw that. I know I saw it. I thought it was on our chat, but it was on Brian's channel. Brian, that was a great interview, by the way.
I saw that.
Anyone that wants to see really what Greg's all about, watch that video that Greg did with Brian. That was, he really opened up. That was awesome. You guys did a great job with that.
Right.
So didn't mean to take over your chat here, Grayson.
No worry. I was just listening. Before we carry on, you know, my Vincent brother, behind the scenes, he made this little poster. Like we had like a little picture of the bees on the frame, and Vincent had the idea of giving that away. So, give me a second, and I've been trying to figure this out. Let's see. Okay.
Boy, Grayson's doing a good job with the running the whole stream here. If Brian's ever calls in sick, I know we know who to call, don't we, Bruce?
I think so.
Can y'all see that?
Oh gosh, look at that. He's ready.
Bee poster. Oh,
Right.
all right, just a giveaway. Grayson, are you doing a giveaway?
We are. It's Vincent's poster. So,
Cool.
while I ventures with Vincent, you can put the link to his channel in the description below. Go check him out.
Oh wow.
He's the one who, you know, just hashtag B poster.
Well, let's put it in there, everybody. Put it in. If you want
Put
to
it
get the
in.
poster, put it in there. So
See who can do it.
we've got about
Maybe a little
40
bit till we can get it to anybody who wins, because we know our printer doesn't have ink yet. But I just wanted to go ahead and, you know, get it real quick.
Cool.
Okay.
So anybody, just whoever wins, email me, and then we'll get it out to you. I'll give everybody a little bit. You know, people are just starting to.
Got 8
9
entries, 9 entries so far. There you
That's
go.
cool. So it sounds like we've got some art from Vincent. You guys are going to print out and then send to someone lucky
Put a
there.
little name on
Cool.
it. Vincent's gonna sign it. I'll sign it, and then, you know, we don't.
you go.
It's
That's pretty
take us a
cool.
little bit to, you know, get it. So it might
Man,
be.
Bruce, you're
He's
going to have to
bringing
step
the-
it up.
He's
Yeah, I mean,
bringing
Bruce
he's
is
bringing the
signing.
heat.
Bruce is signing his old dirty Alabama hats, and these fellas here are autographing art. I mean, you have to
They're
step it
sending
up now.
artwork.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got 20 entries.
Wow.
That's awesome. 44 people watching, man. Vincent, you're killing it,
really
man.
good.
You're doing good.
I'm gonna we got 44 people on and see if we can go to that number.
23.
Wow.
That's good. You know,
That's
you know,
probably
because I just wanted to give out away. It's just like a small little poster. You know, a little picture of
25.
these. You can hang it up on a wall or something. Whoever wins it.
Wow, I think if you hit 30, that'll be a good number.
I think 30. If my lucky number will be 35.
35, almost there. Here we go.
All right, everybody, put it in.
26. Come on, people.
27.
Come on.
I
27.
hope whoever wins it has a YouTube channel so they can take
Maybe.
a video of it coming in and we can see what it's all about there.
All right.
28. Come on. 2 more. 29. Come on. Let's hit 30. Come on. We got to hit 30.
We got to get that 30. Because we got 40. There we go, 30.
There's 30.
We're going to give people a few more time, a little more, because you never know. Anybody who wants one, I'll draw it at 7:50. Right now it's 7:46. I'll give people a few more minutes. 31.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
That's amazing. See, I don't even know how to do this contest. Brian, you're going to have to show me. Brian always does our stuff. Brian, we lean on Brian.
I had to, go to the giveaway tool and then, share my screen on the tab and all that stuff. So.
I see we see a lot of people we know in the comments there, fellas. We got Earl's in there.
I see what Earl's doing. He's I thought he did it on his Earl's on his 2 accounts, so he could have
put extract.
Earl needs that poster for Earl's Girls. I can't seem to get my comments to work here. Well, that's because I can't get a mouse to work. What is going on?
It should be on your right somewhere around there.
Yeah, I can't get my mouse to talk right. It's being goofy. But I've been seeing a bunch of folks there that we see all on the regular, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Well, I noticed that Grayson's subscriber count has gone up significantly as well since the last Wednesday night. So that's awesome.
166 right now. So that's if I'm just going to keep on trying to grow a little more. Are we going to get it to 35? Now,
three more people.
3 more people. Go. Give them a little longer because we've got 40 people. We'll give them a little longer to learn the thing.
Look at Earl. Oh, man.
He could, put on one account and the other account and have 2 chances to win it. All right.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna put my name. Vincent's not gonna put his name because we don't want us to win it. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, it would, because then you could give it to me. Then that's a win-win situation.
Right. Greg, you'll start turning into Fred Dunn. You'll have everything all hanging up, and you got to get behind you the thing that says live, or on air. You got to get the sign back there.
Susie keeps telling me you should get one of those live signs. Well,
I need to. I'm gonna at some point get like I'm gonna figure out some background places. But
I need to do better too. I've got just our guest bedroom in the background is what I got here. So
I'm just trying to get some internet. You guys can have the on-air signs. I just want internet that works.
This works pretty good, except for that first little blip, Greg. Tonight it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I better go ahead and spin this.
Better spin the wheel. Yep.
Let's do it. Let's
do it. Start getting angry.
Yeah, everybody ready?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
See who's gonna win this.
Who's gonna win?
Good.
Oh, is it Earl? Is it Earl? Is it Earl? Jam? Oh, Jam's farm.
Honeybee, I'll get the call.
Hey, congratulations, Paul.
Congratulations.
One of a kind.
It's gonna be a week or two because we're getting low on print ink, so it's gonna give us a little bit, and then I'll tell you whenever it's ready, and then we'll email me. I'm trying to put the thing down here.
It'll be ready just in time to gift wrap for Christmas and send it to Bruce or Brian or me, right?
Should be to you by Christmas.
There
That's
you
my
go.
email. That's my email there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's remove it now. Well, I'm glad we went ahead and gave away that a poster. Whoever won, who won it? Let's see. There's like so many people on here.
Great. Did that say Grayson guitar?
Yep, that's right.
You play the guitar?
I do.
Cool.
I have a separate channel for that. That's the other email. So
Okay.
that's
Cool.
Right.
Oh,
Grayson's not playing around. This kid, he's getting after it.
He's got it, man. That's cool.
right. Hillbilly Beekeeping said I tried. We'll have more giveaways in the future. We might give away more of those in the future.
Earl got to make up another channel.
Come on, Earl. You need to start a couple more channels, man.
Increases
Double down. Get
Right.
some chances in there.
Because
Well, can you believe it's almost been an hour?
it has
I'm
almost
telling
been an
you.
hour. Whenever
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to hop on for a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
is there any mic control going on right now with you guys? I know Grayson, you said you're kind of done for the year. Brian, you're
Right.
done. Greg, are you doing anything? Or
No.
do you still have the Apigard in them?
Yep. The last round of Apigard is still on them, which needs to get pulled off probably this weekend or so, and then that'll be done and out. And then it's every little area is different. But what I noticed is in Ohio is we tend to get a little greedy with trying to get the spring and summer flow, and then pretending maybe we're going to do something about mites, depending on whether if the fall flow comes in or not. And then it starts to look like the fall flow is going to come in, and we haven't treated for mites yet. And then the fall flow comes in and it stays in. And then here we are late in the year, really trying to get the hard treatment for mites in. And then it's just a crapshoot on whether it was worth the risk or not, if you're able to knock them down, if they're going to be healthy enough. But we've been cleaning them up with oxalic acid throughout the year, and the washes have been really low. So that's good. But Apigard, we put two rounds of that on later in the year. Brian was here for one, I think the first one. Which is pretty cool. If you want to check out the Greg and Brian bee dance, I think that's over on where's that at, Brian? The Nature's Image Farm TikTok? Is that
it's on that tick?
The ticks? I mean, we're just getting down, like break dancing and everything.
It was awesome. It was almost like you could have competed with Jose. He was what was missing though. You needed Jose to be there.
Yeah.
It would have been,
Yeah, but
That would have been too good. That would
that would have
been
added the
legitimate.
cool factor for sure. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
are all right, but Jose would have brought. If
Mhm.
he had his shades on, he would have brought the cool factor.
Yeah.
To the whole thing.
Greg don't like having friends when he's doing that though, because if he looks over and sees anybody else dancing up on top of the hive, he pushes you right off.
Well, I just got to tell you, I mean, it's Brian. That's when you decided to go ahead and bump it on up to about 20 or 25 colonies, wasn't it? When you were helping Greg
That's
put
what he
the
said.
Apigard on. That's when
Yeah,
it was.
He took
deciding to
10
do
more
that.
home with him. He said, just don't tell anybody. I'm at 23. I said, hey, that's between you and your maker, Brian.
You all, yeah.
Well, I had the chance. This weekend, Saturday, and then today I did some to utilize a new tool for oxalic acid vapor.
yeah.
And a new video is going to be coming out on that soon. So, actually, there was a little teaser on that on the Instagram / Facebook. But I'm gonna
Saw that.
impressive. And Greg, you've got one of those. It's amazing. Now I did spend a lot of money on that thing, but it is pretty. It's about to not be a secret when I do my video. As a matter of fact, I've got to work on that some this evening. Here in a little bit, I think I got some decent footage. It'll be hopefully kind of a short video, but man. So if y'all want to just stay tuned to Bruce's Bees. Hey, also, I don't know if you guys have seen, I've started doing some little nuggets. Greg, I know you did one of these, little nugget. You did one or two of those from the stream team videos. And so I went into one with Ian, and I actually cut 3 little clips out of that. 2 of them are up now. And I'm going to put a playlist called Stream Team Nuggets. And so if anyone wants to watch that, and I know, Greg, you've done some of that. It's fun. Go back and see. I'm not trying to co-opt Grayson's chat here, but it was kind of fun to do those. And I realized how it's kind of easy to do them. Actually, it's easier almost to edit those out of StreamYard than it is to try and put together a video from your own footage. So I kind of have fun doing those, but anyway.
Yeah, I liked it. I like those.
I think, and Grayson, as you go along, you'll find that you'll have these videos, these streams, these chats, and you'll remember moments that were really, really good. But then when you've done a bunch of them, you can't remember where it was, or it's hard to go back and find that and pull it out. And a lot of people, I think, when they go back and watch videos, if they see it's fun to do them live, but when you see it's like a 2-hour video, I think a lot of folks may not want to watch a video that long. So if you can cut out my theory is if I can cut out little snippets of that, little valuable pieces of information that I enjoyed, that I thought were kind of highlights of those streams that people might be interested in, might help them in their adventure, either in beekeeping or in life. I thought I could maybe share some of those clips again, and maybe people could just not have to watch a 2-hour video or go back and try and find it. They can just go straight to it. So that's my thoughts. And we have so many over the years in these live chats. I know, Grayson, you'll figure this out too, that you'll just have moments that you remember, so much fun and just some neat moments. And so it's kind of cool because it's recorded, it's on YouTube forever. And so it's just there. And so it's kind of cool to be able to go back and look at it.
Yeah. I put up another poll just seeing if anybody else wanted me to do one more giveaway, because I know probably
what kind of question is that? Of course they do.
Probably. I guess I'll do one more giveaway. Maybe
Okay.
For to end this night off for one more giveaway.
All right. I'm gonna make sure to put my name in there this time.
That's right. Okay, let's see. Do you want to do it the same, or I might want to do it something different? Because I went ahead and give me 1 second here.
Hey, Greg, while he's typing that, you know what I think I heard Bruce say?
What's that?
If we need to put together like a little clip, like a 1-year stream clip, that I could do that because I know how to go into StreamYard and put all these clips together, so I can do that for you. That's what I heard Bruce say. You
might be able to cut it out. Earl was born in Ohio?
Yeah.
Oh,
holy smokes. I know that guy was good.
I learned that when I was on their stream the other day.
Wow.
So Grayson, what are you thinking? What you gonna do?
Okay, I got it here. Let's see what. It'll be a little long, but
guitar, hashtag Grayson's guitar. I'm in. Here we go.
We're gonna do. Okay, let me
do a best of.
Present screen.
Hashtag Gibson Les Paul.
There we go.
Look at that. Bob Walker was born in
Wildlife Adventures poster. I think that's right. If I myself.
Wildlife Adventure poster. Cool.
It's going to take people 20 minutes to get that straight typing that.
I want to see some of these posters. I want to see what they look like.
I do too.
Wild.
I'm not sure I can even spell that right. I'm glad you got it up there for me to cheat on. Okay, so Wildlife
Adventures. That's Vincent's channel name. First of it, Wildlife Adventures.
Got it.
Vincent, after this, Vincent said something. Here, let's see.
Wow.
Put in the chat, Vincent, in the private chat, if you said something about a frog poster. You want to give away a frog poster, you said? Vincent can put it in the private chat real quick. I can. He said, "Let's do a green tree frog one."
You got 10 entries on that one now, so.
Uh-oh. It's going like wildfire.
Wildflower.
I thought we tried to do one. Vincent said, "Sure, do a frog one." I'm gonna be giving away everything.
Oh, you got future ones coming up. You don't have to give them all away tonight.
Look at that. Keith Spillman knows what's up. Hashtag Les Paul. All right, great, Grayson. So, what are you a Stratocaster kind of guy, a Les Paul kind of guy?
I like anything right now. I'm a ES 335.
Okay,
that's the one that I have right now.
Okay, cool.
Real. We got 20 entries already. Go ahead and enter yourself in there. And 2 people are gonna be winning this. I was telling you.
2 people. So you spin twice? Is that what you do? Can you spin twice?
Spin twice.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think I heard Bruce say he was going to give away his Bama hat and get an Ohio State hat.
Oh, you're wrong. You heard wrong. You heard wrong.
We're gonna have to do something about that A on that hat, though. If we start to trademark the likeness of your image and such, I mean, that might get you into some trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No one cares about Alabama. You're okay.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man. You know, they've lost 2 games by a total of 4 points, and everybody's like, "What's wrong with them? The dynasty's
What is
over."
wrong with these guys, knuckleheads? It's high school football. I mean, come on.
Dynasty's over. They can't beat anybody.
Nobody. They're done. I'm just fooling with you.
It's so crazy.
Look, Lee,
Or am I?
Lee says I must be hanging around Yappy. We're gonna be giving away everything.
That's what I was about
Oh
to say.
no.
If I got him in here, I don't know what would happen.
Yeah. Hashtag Bruce's hat.
We'll do that next.
No,
That's right.
Not tonight.
That's right. Sweat stains and all. There you go. Sign it.
Yeah, we'll not do that tonight.
This
Oh, this has been too much fun. Look at that. Right at the 1 hour mark. Wow, that was fun. It was a great way to end it off with another great giveaway.
Definitely. This is the last giveaway and this is gonna be able to end off this stream.
Okay.
I'm gonna give everybody a little more time. But I'm
time.
gonna
Get him in there. Yep.
get in there. Maybe Earl in it. See all the people who put it in. This is this picture is actually Vincent, so that's why this you can re-put your channel link if anybody wants to go check that out. Wildlife Adventures with Vincent. That's why I thought I'd do it. Wildlife Adventures poster.
Cool.
He's right there.
Grayson, while everyone is piling up here to get their free poster, I wonder if you could tell us as you close this thing out, what's been your hardest lesson learned with your beekeeping journey?
Well, a lot of it does go into I've learned a lot since when we first started. It's something to think about that. Whenever I started off, I didn't know anything. We jumped into it. We watched a little of YouTube. For me, I found out that my best thing over the years what I learned was that never give up and keep at it. That's just the one thing that you can really do is never give up, keep at it, and that's the biggest thing that we learned over the 4 years we've kept bees. And you never give up, don't get discouraged, stick with it. Because if you get discouraged, if I got discouraged of doing my beekeeping or my YouTube, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't be doing this stream. That's why I found that's my biggest over the years what I learned. We got 25.
That's great. Beekeeping words to live by.
That's right. I guess we should go ahead and
spin the wheel.
Let's go ahead.
Let's do it. Let's see.
I saw Bob go by. Castle Hives. Music can land on.
Earl.
Congratulations.
Look at that.
There it is,
I bet he's
Earl.
dancing a jig. Way to go,
He
Earl.
is.
He's jumping up and down right
he
now.
is loving this.
Oh,
That's so awesome, Earl.
Oh, look at that. He can't even contain himself right now. Hot fire.
Congratulations, Earl.
Oh,
that's why I wanted to do it again, just because I, wanted
It's
Earl to
rigged.
do it. Yeah, I guess, the spinning,
that's awesome.
Definitely. Well, I guess we should go ahead and, wrap this stream up. I wanted to say thank you for everybody who is, watching this stream and who watches the replay. And thank you, the stream team for hopping on and, talking bees for an hour. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you on the next Wildwoods Beekeeping video and stream. See you later.
Grayson, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.